Everybody wants to crochet poop, right? Now you can too. Stay tuned. First and foremost, click that subscribe button. First and foremost, we're going to need some stuffing, poop color yarn, yarn needle, black thread, 4mm hook, scissors, keychain ring, fleece. We're going to need some pliers. We're going to need a glue gun. So let's get started. We're going to start with a chain 2. Going right into our row 1, we're going to be doing 6 single crochets in the first chain. Here's the part where I realized that I forgot my stitch marker, as usual. We're going to need our stitch marker for our second row. And in our second row, we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. Making sure we're putting our stitch marker in our first stitch. And in our third row, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets in the next stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. Okay, for row 4, we're going to be doing single crochet in the next stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And so we're going to repeat that pattern that's in the parentheses around. So for row 5, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets in the next stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Repeat what you see in the parentheses all the way around. Okay, so we're coming up on row 6, and for row 6 we're going to be doing 2 single crochets in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So repeat everything that you see in the parentheses all the way around. Now coming up on row 7, we're going to be doing a single crochet in each stitch evenly all the way around. Now by row 7, this is the way it should start looking, like a flat circle. So moving on to row 8, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a single crochet decrease, and basically what that does is it connects 2 single crochet stitches together. And then after that, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So how you do that is you pull up a loop in the first stitch, pull up a loop in the second stitch, and then you end up with 3 on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3, and that's how you do a single crochet decrease. Now repeat that pattern all the way around. Now coming up on row 9, we're going to be doing a single crochet decrease, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Repeat what you see in the parentheses all the way around. Now moving on to row 10, we're going to be doing a single crochet decrease, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So repeat everything you see in the parentheses all the way around. Row number 11, we're just going to do even single crochet all the way around. Row 12, we're going to do 2 single crochets in each all the way around. So the reason why we're doing this is we're going to our next level of poop. Yes, there are levels to poop. Now with row number 13, we're going to evenly single crochet. At this point, it should be resembling a pot of gold. It's flat on the bottom, and then it should start fanning out on the top. This is a good time to start using your stuffing and to start stuffing that bottom part, but not too much. Now moving on to row 14, what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet decrease evenly all the way around. For row 15 and 16, we're going to be single crochet evenly all the way around. So for row 17, we're going to do single crochet decrease evenly all the way around. Again, now is a good time to start stuffing it a little bit more. Now this is what the shape should start looking like. So for row 18, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets in each stitch around. Again, we're starting at another level of poop here. Alright, so row number 19 and row number 20, we're going to be evenly single crochet all the way around for 2 rows here. So for row number 21 and row number 22, we're going to be doing single crochet decrease evenly all the way around for 2 rows. What we're trying to do here is to close out this last level of poop. And for these last 2 rows, you want to stuff and crochet as you go. Now this is the point where we're going to finish off, and how I like to do that is I like to do a slip stitch in the next stitch, and then I like to take my scissors and cut the yarn, and then I like to just pull that end all the way through. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our yarn needle, we're going to thread on that end we just cut. The reason why we're doing that is because it's a little open at the top, So I like to sew that closed, make sure we don't lose any stuffing. So here's our end result. This next step is optional. It might be fine with you to just cut the yarn and just leave it alone. But some of you might want it to be a little bit more cinchy to accentuate the different levels and give it its little poopy shape. So you can sew shape it so that it can be sewn into a shape. And you do that by using the yarn that we just cut. Now that's a nice looking turd. Now here's the glue gun part. So what I like to do is to have my glue gun heated up, and as it's heating up, I like to take my fleece and I'm going to start on the mouth. Grabbing a black Sharpie, I'm going to start drawing out the shape of the mouth. I'll draw that out one day. And there we go. Now let's start on the eyes. We might start on that an eternity later. I don't understand why I do this. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect unless you really want it to be perfect. Let's start by gluing on this mouth because more than likely we're gonna lose that. So let's just glue that on. Now that that's out of the way, let's start working on these eyes here. First, what we're gonna do is you're gonna grab your Sharpie and you're gonna draw on the pupil or the iris. I don't know. I just call it the pupil of the eye. So just draw that in there because what we're gonna do after this, we're gonna grab our black thread and we're gonna cover up those black spots. And the reason why we do that is basically to keep ourselves in line, and the fact that if the yarn or the thread splits, you won't be able to see white underneath there. You'll just see a dark color. So when we start sewing on this pupil, it does not have to be perfect. You don't have to put any knots in it if you don't want to. You don't have to because it's going to be glued down. So all you're doing is covering up as best as you can the dark parts of that fleece. After we cut these off, we're gonna grab our nail gun, our glue gun, and we're going to glue down those ends there. Can you imagine if we used a nail gun? Now we're gonna start gluing these eyes onto our poop so it can see, of course. Since this is a keychain, we're going to sew on a keychain ring. So grab your yarn needle and some poop color yarn and start sewing that ring on. So there you go. This was another project that I had a lot of fun doing. I hope you guys were able to follow along and found this pattern to be easy to follow. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.